Hi, my name is Trey Smith, and this is my YouTube channel and my Odyssey channel. Trey's Myths and Tunes, and the daily ritual we call Trey's Timeless 15 Minutes of Explain. Teaching Truth, Creed-dentials, Consecration, Concentration, and Coercion, Part 2. So, Dr. Bruce Lipton, my dear friend over here in the Santa Cruz Mountains, got a PhD. Dr. Peterson and several of our friendly teachers have, a dozen of our loving medical practitioners have MDs who have been telling the truth, as I mentioned in previous videos. And we're all here to bring the truth of the Christ. This weather is a lie, 'cause we got your patent, we've seen the plans. Nucleated ice, I hear planes in the sky and then they dump it again. Sharp as a knife, facts cut holes in your plans made of lies. There is no lie that can rule the future over womankind. Still waiting for you to wake the flunk up and pass the test to remember to live your life. There is no lie that can destroy and steal everything. Facts are lazy and facts are strange. Facts don't know just what to do. Your facts make you feel so insane because your facts could only ever tell half the truth. There is no lie that could just steal it all. 'Cause sharp as a knife, the truth is not here to let us all fall. This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. And no days go by. Nucleated ice is never gonna be weather now. Kill the messenger. Always having to try to kill the messenger. Yes, they are. But Christ awareness is vigilant freedom, and we must have the discernment, the clarity to take responsibility to help others. Words are things. Make them good things. Charisma or ignorance. Harmlessness. Okay, as I've said in previous videos, when you consider how the dark side literally hijacked a lot of the curriculum and changed it around, got rid of humanities in the university system, particularly California, referring to Christopher Hitchens' book, The Great Mistake, with 300 researchers, students, and teachers, really brings up how essential harmlessness is in the schooling system. And compare this to unschooling or David Rodriguez, Valor Academy, and the doing homeschooling. The university gives a place and a template for mind control, sharing ideas, 100% the Antichrist Luciferian elite agenda. They forced them at this university next to me here to continue to take boosters. As I said before, I used to sit at the graduate student housing and talk about Buddhism or shamanism for 20 minutes several times, not as a routine. And I would have travelers and students debate and talk with me for 30 minutes about spiritual concepts. But there's no one there to do that now. The whole thing has changed, and it's gone down, because they obeyed the dark side. So sharing ideas on YouTube must be kosher. That's what I've learned the hard way. Money divides and conquers. Just staying in this town. The longer I stay in this town, you get to see it on the front lines because of the so-called fake ass cost of living. It's like a conscious habit for me, a conscious addiction, whether it's a dopamine hit or not. And it is that narcissism, perhaps. But just sharing and uploading videos and knowing that YouTube think the dark side that work in the massive computer there. I think I won't notice that no one watches my videos, but again, I just don't believe. I never believed Satan or anything Satan or Lucifer ever did. I mean, I have believed some of it, um, but I suffered every time. Unless the belief was some organic belief that was hidden from the public that I was trying to reclaim in a reckless way. Even then, it's never been too believable because of the harm, the inherent harm that the dark side impels on everyone who obeys them makes it unbelievable. Because if something is not harmless, it's obvious to me that it's reckless. It's just the natural law. Again, I'm here like Mark Passio and hundreds of others to help us all remember the moral law as our way, our natural way. The Christ is the natural one and only real king, unless you want to consider Rastafari. Money divides and conquers, and instead we have to program freedom, which is why, the shadow band on this show, we need to program freedom. We need this to be broadcast to the most people possible because I'm here to broadcast freedom. The program is what most programs are mind control if they're going to make you feel afraid, guilty, negative, want to condition you to be a narcissistic piece of crap. But that's why we want to program freedom to be the real media, as Mark Passio said. Even if I haven't learned the programming to write the words on the screen and to make a long ass video, and I didn't want to nuke myself enough to buy a microwave cellular phone so that I can make the videos longer than 15 minutes, it's irrelevant. I'll make them 15. I work around the devil. I don't let the devil tell me what to do. I learn to work around it because it's pathetic. When it comes to self-respect, they don't have any, which is why I'm really admire the amazing, the intense courage, Dr. Peterson, all the MDs and all the other handful of professors over the years. Um, Theodore Roszak is one of the few I can think of in California that had the courage to teach the truth to college students. The earth suffers the imprint from the blood of fallen humanity, not just the conquistadores, but all these people who took the shot, who's lost their consciousness, that died or lowered their frequency. It suffers from your wage slavery. It suffers your vibration being low. It suffers. All of fallen humanity suffers the earth. Should we try to free the existing system or invent a new wheel? I mean, we're gonna have to do both, right? Network. I started this channel. One of the main reasons was to network. I am here to network. So let's network. Very few on YouTube are not cool with learning from someone who's not a slave, apparently. I mean, either that work at YouTube or that watch YouTube. who's not a slave for mortgage or rent and scams and coerced concepts that take up most of your life. It's very key to see that. Okay? It's just like someone channeling a divine being if they really were a divine being, or somebody who is disabled had time to learn. Few have the courage to face the truth. They'd rather be miserable like most everyone else. They don't want to learn to be free, especially not from someone who's free but still in a somewhat of a state of poverty or existence or asceticism. Asceticism would always be the most uncool thing, whereas greed is perfectly cool for the richest 1% to do whatever they want to you. You can't learn from somebody in a tent because they've conditioned you to think that greed, psychic violence, and coercion, again, as Mark Passio calls it, violence, which is what the rulers, other people controlling you is, the fake kingship, the reptilians, concept of life. I am an organic human, somewhat, maybe not towing my line, so to speak, but in my diet and my thinking process, I'm an organic human in an artificial reality world of ice, literally. They dump artificial ice in this place almost 20 years in this town. Never has this happened before. And right after I made a YouTube video about it 2 days ago, does that mean they're trying to really rub it in with me? I mean, come on. I mean, the demon, the mentally ill draconians who work at Lockheed Martin just thought that was the funniest thing, right? After I made that video. So, if they watch it, does it count on my views? Consecration means, okay, your life, you consider your whole life like the recapitulation process, except for you see what is your whole life for. Someone who's able to consecrate their life, that means you devote your whole life. It's all for the Christ or the devil or whatever you add it up. And because you're Akashic, the moment of your death, I don't believe this idea that it's whether you're happy or sad that moment. No. They add up all of your happiness and sadness, all the good things you did, and all the evil bullshit you did. And that informs where you're going to go. And no one can judge your karma, man. No one, not the fucking demiurge. Hey, no one. It's funny that Jordan Peterson wants me to email him because he's the exact opposite of me in nearly every way, except, we're both heterosexual white males, and we're both into throwing out ideas and exploring freedom through open conversation and psychology, and freeing ourselves through learning about psychology. He's a psychology professor. So this is where we're at here. We're in the open exchange of ideas, and Dr. Peterson and I are here to represent that. And like it or not, folks, this is going to be an open exchange of ideas. Meeting this world with openness, I was mostly met with open hostility. For the lived backwards didn't like this. So I just still open wish peace and thrill of awakening, expansion, and ascension to all who will. All who are willing to get free. All who are willing to respect their life. All who are willing to reclaim their discernment. All who are willing to reclaim their moments. I bring a little magnifying glass to you all, and I say, hey, look at these people. Wow, they can do it. Look at these people. Wow, they don't have to go without oxygen anymore. They, just because they took the hot blood clap. Okay? If I can heal myself of cancer, if I can give up alcohol, if I can give up sugar, if I can reclaim my astral, my auric body from these zeta parasites, then you can too. If you like this, Click the IRA subscribe button and create a great one no matter what the weather. No matter what the weather, we can always be together.